Hi everyone, I'm Kosti,
Hey, I'm Christy.
and we're back with BoJack Horseman. We are on season 2, episode 7. Again, this is the first episode we're recording since you came back from your travels to Germany. Do you remember what happened last episode? I'll take that as a no. Last episode was kind of focused on what's the word when the guy masturbates while hanging on himself?
Yeah, that one.
I can't remember what the word is. There's a clinical word.
Asphyxie. No.
Something like that. And then
It was a horrible episode. The
and-
topic, anyway.
yeah, and then it also revolved a lot around BoJack accidentally saying "I love you" to Wanda.
Oh, yeah.
So he was,
Weird.
yeah, he was,
He tried to backtrack and then failed miserably.
yeah, and he was gonna try and masturbate while hanging himself, just to kind of get Wanda to, I guess, tell him not to, and to kind of confess that she loves him as well.
That did not go to plan in the slightest.
Yeah,
Why he thought that would, I don't know. I think he was desperate, though.
and at the end of the episode, he walked in on someone who,
That guy, yeah.
yeah,
The guy who said, like, take all my stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
saw.
did it anyway.
I love that scene when they're in the bar and they're talking about it. It's like, can we change the subject? And he's like, he starts talking about the Bible, Christianity, and then and BoJack goes back to ask, like, so what kind of nut do you like using? But yeah, no, it was quite a out there sort of episode.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say anything else before we get into it?
No. No.
No? Cool. Yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Here we go, guys. Season 2, episode 7.
I'm Scott Wolf.
And I'm Matthew Fox.
But any of these next nominees would be welcome to join our
He
podcast.
definitely looks like the wolf from Red Riding Hood. So
The nominees for male animal in a comedy, drama, or variety show are BoJack Horseman, horsing around.
Now that's what I call horsing around.
So corny.
Mr. Peanut Butter's house.
Now that's what I call dogging around.
And finally, my personal favorite, Hank Hippopopoulos, Hank After Dark.
Get it off. Get it off.
which is Hank the hippo? Okay.
Yeah.
And the animal's choice is...
Seems like a Jimmy Fallon talk show sort of thing.
No, it's
She looks like Jennifer Aniston.
Could be, yeah, maybe. Looks like her.
This is my better half, Katrina Peanut Butter. Katrina, BoJack.
I don't watch TV. Can I get another drink now, or will that quote-unquote embarrass you?
She seems pleasant.
Yeah, because he was married before, wasn't he?
Listen, I'm kind of doing my own thing here.
Cute little hair.
Two guys like us.
It's more retriever than a Labrador.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a retriever.
Listen, Peanut Bottle, there is no guy.
Peanut bottle.
What is this? A crossover episode?
Why has he got so many,
Thing I have ever heard.
what do you call it?
Sir, I am your biggest fan. I used to watch Hank.
I don't know.
It's still alcohol in.
Oh, flasks?
Last, thank you.
Because he's an
But he
alcoholic.
keeps drinking them and then like dumping them. That's
Oh, yeah,
you
he's got
refill
loads.
flasks.
Okay, I gotta go. My wife's hand just disappeared into that busboy's pants. We're in public.
He dropped another one.
You're really funny.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm Uncle Hanky. You can't beat Uncle Hanky.
This suit needs more flasks.
But it's open bar. Why is he using this flask right now?
Yeah, but
he
he tried to get a full bottle from the waitress, but she said it doesn't work like that. Needs to order them individually.
I thought he was asking her to like top up his flask.
Oh, was it? Maybe, I don't know,
I
actually.
don't know. Has she finally gone over to...
Cordovia. He's talking to... Oh, she's at the airport.
Won't be out there for another
on the way? Oh, another month? Where's she going?
How's a little movie?
Actually, one of the stars just died. It's really sad.
Oh, really? One person died. Just one? Yeah, well, that's a real tragedy. Meanwhile...
I love how the air hostess people in the background are birds.
Hmm.
That's backwards, isn't it?
Oh no.
A thumbs up or a thumbs down? I can't tell.
Okay, listen, you big dummy. You need to be on your best behavior for this tour.
Please. We're going to Alaska. How am I going to offend a bunch of inbred Eskimo blubber munchers?
The Republic of Cordovia's Prince Gustav visiting Los Angeles this week while his country rests on the brink of civil war.
Hi, folks. Oh, howdy. Hank
He's aged well.
We've met.
Hank and Mr. Peanut Butter are back to back Thursdays on NBN.
What should I do with my arms? Akimbo or
No, you're fine.
reverse akimbo or
No,
king
that-
tut? Yeah, mashed potato, windmill. Uh-oh, I'm windmill.
See, mashed potato.
BoJack, your book talked a lot about how much you love apple fritters.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Diane.
So my question is, do you think Israel has a right to defend herself? And what part should the U.S. play as an ally?
Well, the thing about that,
It's crazy how relevant that is today with the wars happening.
Yeah.
panacea, but a two-state solution with an emphasis on human rights feels like a place to begin.
It's actually a good answer.
Wow.
Were you worried at all that it would hurt BoJack or his career?
That's a great question. I'd also like to know the answer to that, Diane.
BoJack's not perfect. There are plenty of other celebrities who have done much worse things, and it hasn't hurt their careers. Since Slater, Woody Allen, Hank Hippopopoulos, Bill Murray.
Wait, what about Hank Hippopopoulos?
Well, all of his former assistants have made the same allegation.
What do you have against Uncle Hanky?
I'm not saying anything that isn't already on the public record. You can just Google Hank Hippopopoulos allegations, and you don't have to Google it right now.
The face then, especially the moose.
Yeah. I would say.
Stanky Hanky, allegations vile and ranky. But first,
Stanky
Hanky Hanky.
Gustav went missing briefly this afternoon, but he was quickly found buying chili in
Oh yeah, he's just like Todd. It's a stubble, isn't it? Particularly, but yeah.
Cordovia. Hooray!
Maybe it's a long lost cousin.
Our main story:
Maybe.
ominous and anomalous accusations against Hank Hippopopoulos. Joining me now is Hippopopoulos apologist and armchair sociologist Cardigan Burke. Cardigan, what are the
Love the rhymes.
These allegations
Yes,
are so crazy, I can't even...
Person with strong opinion.
What I want to know is why we're letting a national treasure face the same kind of smear tactics used by the Viet Cong.
Are you calling attention to the fact that Miss Nguyen is Vietnamese?
I'd like to think that's a coincidence.
Some website called Tit Puncher is saying you said some stuff about Hank Hippopopoulos.
God, Mr. Peanut Butter, I didn't mean
Dead Poncho.
Please don't make a big thing out of this. It's really not a good time, with my show about to launch.
Hey, we are on the same page.
Oh, are you also on Tit Puncher? Because you should not read the comments.
Hello.
Oh my God.
It's chili you ask for. I am peasant boy Todd from village. Friend of Peanuts.
So they've swapped places.
Yeah.
Something's different. I am digging this new cologne. Like a fancy cabbage.
Fancy cabbage.
If Hank did anything wrong, they wouldn't let him on TV, right?
I'm really not here to talk about that.
And when you don't have proof to back it up, you just slink away.
I'm not slinking away.
I just wanted to say one thing about me. I text and drive, like, all the time. What?
With all those assistants, they took his money. And they don't even care they could be ruining a man's...
See how that sign says Diane.
You should probably just drop this.
Oh, I'm gonna drop it all right. They don't even know how much I'm gonna drop it.
The way you said that kind of made it sound like you're not going to drop it.
I'll spread whatever I want. It's called one of the amendments.
Don't get hysterical!
Diane's friend, BoJack, I came with her. I gotta say, I'm opposed to child labor, like, as a rule. But there are some kinds of labor that children are just better at. You ever try to fit into a mine shaft? That is a... Everyone's paying attention to me now. Okay, I'm gonna go get a snack.
Is he trying to be the knight in shining armor or something for Diane?
Yeah, he's trying to, I guess, take attention to her.
Everyone says he's a really nice guy.
Good point.
That's exactly... Because he's so nice, people don't want to think he's capable of awful things, so they let him off the hook. It's 8 different women. Are they all lying?
I mean, probably. We do that.
At this point, you just don't know enough to judge.
You're supposed to be a journalist, and you won't even tell your audience what he's been accused of. 8 different women, all former assistants, claim that Uncle Hanky took them to a...
What is Diane doing?
I know, right? It's supposed to be my book tour, and she's
I
completely.
was trying to read what was going across the screen at the same time.
Yeah.
She knows that Hippopopolis is the only thing keeping my network afloat, right? Same network that employs her husband.
Hammerhead Shark, yeah.
Destroy peasant rebel army with fist of fire, of which make many nightmares.
Don't you get how they both changed places, switched positions?
Diane, I want you to meet Amanda Hannity, editor-in-chief here at Manatee Fair.
The pleasure's yours. Walk with me.
Manatee Fair instead of Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
I wanted to pitch you an expose on Hank Hippopopoulos.
We're teaching a generation of young boys and girls that a man's reputation is more important than the lives of the women he's ruined.
Yes, exactly. I feel like I've been alone in a crazy alternate universe these last few days.
We women have got to stick together. Hey, fruit plate!
We're not supposed to have opinions. We're just supposed to smile and look pretty. No, this model doesn't look as pretty as the other one. Can we kill it?
That's funny.
We need to sit you down with someone who's willing to go on the record.
I already reached out to all 8 of Hank's former assistants.
Hi, my name's Nicole. I work for Mr. Hippopopoulos, and I really need to talk to someone.
Are you kidding me with this honeydew right now? Oh!
Not fans of honeydew.
Nicole?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Diane. Thank you, Nicole.
When he gave his royal fortune to charity.
What?
And fired his chief advisor, who can be seen in this file photo looking vaguely suspicious. Big reforms which could lead to sweeping change in the embattled region or a precipitous economic collapse. But back to our main story, what is Diane's problem?
The main story.
I'm not a bad guy, Diane, and I truly do believe that. 24 hours from now, the news cycle will move on to something else. If you keep pushing this, you're gonna drag down the people close to you.
I know who you are.
Sweetheart, everyone knows who I am. I'm Hank Hippopopoulos. Who the hell are you?
Look how his ears went down then.
Yeah. I like the way he delivered that line, "Who the hell are you?" Came across very evil.
I had a conversation with my bosses at AOL, Time Warner, PepsiCo.
I don't get what's with that poster in the back.
And we...
I'm sure they're all references to everything. Look at the Statue of Liberty.
Oh yeah.
It's a cat.
Seriously killing this?
It's just not a good time.
In America, you do not know to suffer. You eat your cheesy pizza, you drink your aid of gator.
Aid of gator.
But no way for live. I go now. Back to palace.
Sounds great, Todd.
Why don't you shut your stupid, ugly face?
Hey, don't you talk to her like that.
Yeah, listen to that guy, Diane. I say you shut your stupid pretty face.
What about local honey? Distant honey.
Oh yeah.
You lost.
How could you say that?
What are you doing here? I mean, what is your end game in all of this? You're not gonna beat this guy. Todd?
BoJack! I thought I would never see you again.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
I got mixed up in some bad stuff, and a genocide may or may not have been perpetrated in my name.
I don't understand why you can't be on my side about this.
I am on your side, and I am telling you, you're not gonna win this thing. When have you ever been on my side?
I am always on your side.
Really? Like when you wrote that book? You manipulated me and completely took advantage of...
Guys, there is a very fragile alliance between the Cords and the Ovians. If we don't do something...
Todd,
nobody cares, Todd.
Now people take you seriously. You were out of work? Now you got your dream role.
Okay, yes, all of that is true. But also, you were my friend, and you hurt my feelings. And it's weird that you never apologized for that.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
Are you?
Yes, actually. And I probably could have handled things better. I definitely should have. I'm sorry. And I need you in my corner now because I don't have anybody else.
I'm in your corner.
Guys, earlier some general asked me if it was a go on that thing we talked about, and I said yes. He said, God help us all, and left the room. No, I'm not sure that was the right answer.
Dan said she's like, I need you in my corner. What about Mr. Peanut Butter?
And here's the good news. They'll publish it.
What about him?
Is he not going to be sticking up for her and taking her side.
But it says not a TV show being.
Honestly, not to make a big thing out of this. I really don't get it. What is accomplished?
The network is gonna suffer because Hippopotamus and then his show are on the same network.
Right.
So obviously he doesn't want Diane to do this.
People want to murder my wife because of what she's saying on the news about something that she has nothing to do with.
You can't. You stupid, ugly can't.
Yeah, that doesn't say can't.
Oh.
You'd almost be safer in Cordovia.
Yeah, maybe I should go to Cordovia. I'm obviously not making a difference here.
Actually, maybe you should. And maybe some space might be good for us.
You don't really want me to go, do you?
Why does it suddenly matter what I want?
Now boarding. Hank, I have to ask, did you do it?
No, I did not.
Well, that's good enough for me. Kanye West claims to hate Thin Mints? Our panel is outraged.
Thin Mints? Is he legally insane?
You can bet we'll get into this further in the next hour. The only thing I care about now.
The only thing I care about now.
Smile.
Alright, that was episode 7 of season 2. What did you think?
Oh, Diane.
It's a similar theme to like in season 1. Again, it was kind of focused on the news cycle.
Yeah.
So there was these important things happening in the world, i.e. the storyline with Todd.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of the country he was in. I think it was a made-up name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, obviously the big things were happening there. But then the more important story was what was happening with the hippopotamus guy and Diane. And then
because he's a national treasure.
Yeah. And then it's so funny how at the end when he's on the news, like, are the allegations true? He's like, no, that's good enough for me. And then Hippopotamus touched on the news cycle, how after 24 hours, moves on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true, because at the end they had the Kanye West story about
Thin Mints.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane. And it's so accurate. And it's so scary because we're watching this in 2024, in the end of September. And they touched.
Did you just have to check the date then?
Yeah. I was like, what month are we in? But it's crazy that one of the jokes, because this show's quite a few years old now, especially it's season 2. But it was talking about they had that guy asking that question about Palestine and Israel. And it's scary that there's a conflict on right now.
Currently, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, even though it's quite old, it's still relevant.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it?
But yeah, I think it's a really good episode. I did enjoy that one. Any other comments?
As I say, Diane just doesn't make it easy for herself, does she?
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing press and you mention, well, BoJack's not the worst person in the world. Oh, give us an example. You don't give examples, of course not. But she was just trying to make it easy.
Yeah.
And to point out he's actually, that's very minor compared to a lot of celebrities. A lot more celebrities have bounced back from doing certain things in their life or saying certain things. And then it's funny because then all the hate went on to Diane because obviously she named quite a few people and gave examples.
Yeah.
And then BoJack was trying to stick up for her. So it's like a cycle.
Yeah.
But
I do feel a little bit sorry for Diane because at the end of the day, I think she was just...
The information was already out there.
Yeah, and she was just trying to, stick by what she thinks is right.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with Hippopotamus, we don't necessarily see that he is a bad person, but I think there's signs towards it. Like, one, BoJack thinks that Diane's correct. 2, when the assistant gets out of the car and he's like, thank you, you see she's
anxious,
physically uncomfortable next to him. So I think she was just
when there's multiple allegations for people who have
exactly, yeah,
worked multiple times with him, and at the end of the day, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You see it in the public eye. The big shot people have assistants or people that work
Yeah.
for them, and they have similar things going on. You know.
But it's sad that like these people who are in power, like a lot of the time, they just get away with it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of good that Diane followed through and like took a stand for it and didn't back down.
Yeah, but obviously it had a bit of an effect on her relationship.
Mhm.
Like Mr. Peanut Butter said, they could use for some time away from each other. Hence, like the end of the episode, she was preparing to fly to Cordovia.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens there.
yeah, yeah. Good episode.
Mhm.
Anything else before we wrap up?
No.
Nope. Cool. As always, guys, thanks for hanging around, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.